Hello, my beloveds. I was working out in my container today, and I found, among other things, a box of old hats. This is one of the old hats that I found. I'm not wearing it correctly. It needs to be worn further back on the head with some curls coming out the back, generally is how you saw it, but I'm feeling a little rakish tonight, so tonight is a Say Something hat night. Got me thinking, as I was trying on all of these silly hats, about beauty talismans. It seems to me that throughout history, women have always had items that made them feel beautiful. And these items were usually part of a trend of some kind or another. I was thinking about Lucy Ricardo and how every third or fourth episode was about her going out and buying a new hat and trying to sneak the damn thing into the apartment so Ricky wouldn't know she'd spent part of the household money on some ridiculous thing for her head. And those hats were really important to Lucy. She needed those hats. She needed to put on a new hat to go play bridge, or to go to the club, or to go to dinner with friends, whatever it was she was doing, out to see a show. She needed the new hat to feel confident and to feel like she was part of the crowd and that she wasn't drawing snarky thoughts and remarks by other women who noticed that she'd worn this same hat several times that season. That led me to thinking about my own girlhood and some of the talismans that we employed to feel confident. I mean, how many of us remember saying this? But Mother, all the girls are getting their ears pierced. Or, but Dad, everyone's wearing a mini skirt now. Or, honestly, Mom, platform shoes are everywhere. Everyone wears platform shoes. I'm not going to fall. Honestly, we practice. Or some such thing. Talismans of beauty are sort of a shortcut to feeling confident. They're a shortcut because you can buy them. All you need is a little bit of money or some man to do it for you, and you can get yourself a new hat. You can get your ears pierced. You can get a mini skirt. You can buy some platform heels. You can get your hair feathered. Today, you can get a Brazilian butt lift with an implant, or hipster glasses and a dress from ModCloth, or whatever your aesthetics happens to be. You can just go out and buy that thing. You can buy the fingernails, and you can buy the hair extensions, and you can buy the stuff that makes us feel confident and somehow beautiful as a result. The problem with talismans is that they are cheap shorthand to acquire something that can't be acquired by items. If you really want to feel beautiful, that has to start inside you. It has to come from a confidence that is present whether you are in taffeta and pearls, or the latest dress you found on Etsy, or a dirty t-shirt and ripped up leggings and tennis shoes with one sole coming off. If you harbor as well as exude confidence and self-love in any condition, regardless of if you have makeup, what your hair looks like, all of that stuff. If you are caught unawares and you're still as confident as if you'd had an hour to get ready, if you'd known people were coming, so you picked up the living room and you put on some perfume, slipped on some mascara, and put on something clean, if you have the same level of confidence, then you will be beautiful always, and from the inside out. I wish I'd known that years ago. I wish I'd known that I didn't need the layers and layers of blush or greasy kissing potion lip balm, or, you know, the hat, so to speak. I wish I'd known that all I had to have was a calm mind and a watchful eye and a sense of humor and the ability to laugh off my own human frailty. That would have made such a difference in my life. I feel like I have that now. As you will have seen if you saw my last video, where I strutted out of the bathroom at the cheap buffet restaurant with a big old wad of toilet paper hanging on my shoe. And then I sat down and thought it was hilarious enough to film and share with you guys. There was a time in my life, probably most of my life, where that would have mortified me. Now I just find it funny. And not just funny, but something that I feel confident sharing in community as being a funny that other people can relate to. I'm really working on that right now. I'm really working on not needing stuff to make myself feel valuable, valid, beautiful, confident. And that's interesting, because what it means is you have to think of yourself as being those things first. That has to be your foremost thought. I am these things. And what's interesting is, if you believe that about yourself, even though you know that it's a chosen faith, it's not something that you necessarily wells up inside you, but it's something you choose to believe about yourself. It's amazing how other people respond to you differently. And there is a lot of power in that. I think one of the best examples of that sort of power, the belief in yourself first, and the items not being important, it's another episode of Lucy. And it was the episode where Lucy and Ricky and Ethel and Fred had all gone to Italy. They were in Italy, and Lucy and Ethel overheard someone talking about a new Italian designer's collection and how he was using new feed bags and burlap in his new collection, and how breathtaking it was and how chic it was. Well, turns out he was making a joke, but Lucy and Ethel didn't realize that. They knew they couldn't afford the feed bags and the burlap dresses, but they could go out and make them themselves. So they went out, they found feed bags to make hats with and burlap to make dresses with, and they strutted into a restaurant where this designer was known to be, and they walked past him like, you know, supermodels. And you remember what those ladies were like. They had their noses in the air, and they strolled, and Lucy was voguing seriously, and they wandered past, and the designer and his models were gaping at them open-mouthed, just watching them walk past. And then the next thing you know, he's got his sketchbook out, and he's furiously making notes about this new trend in dressing. And so, you know, obviously what Lucy and Ethel were wearing was just completely stupid, but they didn't know it. All they knew is that they felt confident and beautiful about themselves. they didn't need the feed bags and the burlap. I mean, if they had just been wearing street clothes and walking with the same swagger, they would have elicited the same response. So, what's the moral in that? It's, you know, always walk as if you're wearing a feed bag and burlap and you are the most beautiful woman in the world, and you will be seen as beautiful and confident. So, that's what I think anyway. I'm going to finish this bath. I keep getting interrupted by phone calls. That's why this video is a little bit spotty. I didn't want to turn off my phone because I'm waiting for an important phone call. So, I hope everyone out there feels like they've got on a feed bag and burlap and you guys are feeling just on top of the world. And if you aren't, tell yourself that you are. Tell yourself that you are. It will help. It really will. Talk to you guys later. Bye.